for guys who don't know, like we do the crypto mindset course every quarter, right? And this is kind of there's this coming of age ritual that we do, which is like showing people the Bitcoin time traveler, right?
Right.
One thing in the Bitcoin time traveler meme that we show everybody, right, which is basically that society becomes a deflationary society, and that's actually what's happening because negative population growth is deflationary because we're contracting. Because it'll come a point in time where as we're deflating down in population in the world's on world scale, at some point technology and the amount of stuff we can actually produce will increase our productivity enough that we bottom out on the chart and we can start going back up or maintain population, but then GDP keeps going like this and then sharing of the pie.
So we have to bottom out at Mike Judge's level of idiocracy first, where instead of President Camacho, we get President Big Mike. And then that's the low. That's the capitulation low. And then it's all up and to the right from here for the rest of the century. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, that was no. So it's like, all right. So okay, that was a hand dealt to the entire boomer population. You call them greedy? No. It's what they did with the hand. No. It's no. So like right now, like basically the millennials.
But I wouldn't put it past every other generation because all the traps that they fell into are, if you think about it from a human aspect. To be honest, I think all the Zoomers who are in college right now, they're like, I'm idealistic. I think the world should be like this or whatever, more communistic, all UBI, all this stuff. And then they get into the fucking shit of actual, day-to-day life, the war, corporate warfare and all that stuff. And then it's like,
it's Big Mike.
Oh, we'll get into that later. But like they finally see reality and then they're like, oh, I kind of get why people need to sell out or why they would sell out because it's the last chance. So it's like, it's like I could throw the boomers under the bus all day, every day, and I'd happily do so. But at the same time, I'm like, is any other generation going to be that different given the same temptations?
We don't, and that's the thing too. And also on top of that, like the CIA, no matter what, CIA, whatever countries have like their inner governments that try to push certain mandates. So it could have been very well the fact, like I like it's true. We are like creations of our circumstance, right? And like, but it is an interesting sort of thing to know, like if it was millennials instead of boomers, maybe we would have acted a little differently. Because like, look, I know this enough from like, my family, and I've got cousins with kids and stuff that we do have this whole thing where like naturally kids are born, like they are born with a certain personality. Like you could have a person that's naturally a little bit more disagreeable. So it just, whatever mix we had overall ended up falling into that. But I also do know that like all the stuff that, if you actually read into what happened during the 60s and stuff like that, the CIA went out of their way to kill that whole love era because they were anti-war and that got in the way of the fucking war machine. So there's a lot of things that,
and they only used it because it was good for MK Ultra.
Correct. And they bastardized it because like I think the boomers were heading in a right path and the CIA was like, oh, we need to course correct this bullshit and then we'll lead them into greed.
And they had numbers.
Yeah.
That scared the older generation like fucking crazy.